Hey, my Liptons. So this is gonna be a part two to the roast of Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Tony Khan. Had a lot of disrupt, you know, family stuff in the background, so I had to go handle that real quick. But I do want to be quick about this because I do want to talk about the CM Punk part of this video. Here's the thing, and I was reading some articles and they were saying that Punk was just like back after the fight, he was just like backstage, I'm over this place, I hate it here, that sort of thing. Now, I did do a video on my channel on CM Punk before the Hangman Page video. I did another video before that when it was announced that CM Punk was coming back to AEW. And I listed the reasons as to why CM Punk wants to come back to AEW. And I said it had nothing to do with him wanting to come back to, to the environment, with the elites or with Kenny Omega or with any of that. Or with Hangman Adam Page. It had none of that. The real reason why he wanted to, that's what I think the real reason why he wanted to come back to, especially to AEW, is because, CM Punk felt that he was put in a bad light after the media scrum, and that, instead of him, being a martyr like he was when he was in WWE, he became almost like a pariah, you know? And I think that he definitely felt that, and he saw that, and when he came back, he felt that too, and he heard it, because even though there was a lot of cheers, but there was also some boos for him, especially when Tony Khan announced that CM Punk was coming back. And I still feel that way to this day. I still feel this way now, especially now, with these reports saying that after the kerfuffle that happened between him and Jack Perry, he was saying that he hates it here. I do believe he hates it there. I think that he's tired of being around people who are childish, who he thinks are childish. I think that he's tired of people coming to him to do things. Like, first of all, I'm still like in awe, like the fact that Tony Giovanni and them went to CM Punk to talk to Jack Perry, as if CM Punk is an EVP or anything, to talk to Jack Perry about why he shouldn't use glass, as if him and Jack Perry were going in a match together. CM Punk was going in a match with Samoa Joe. Okay? I just feel like CM Punk is over it. I think that he's just doing it so that he can get back in the good graces of the fans, so that when he does retire, the people love him and that sort of thing. But I genuinely feel like after this AEW run, honestly, truly, I think that CM Punk is going to retire officially. That's just how I feel. I think that he no longer wants this anymore. I think that he's tired of the business, the wrestling business. He just thinks there's a bunch of snakes and, whiny people and children and da 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 da. Now, I will say this though. On a personal level, I'm happy that he roughed up Jungle Boy. I wish he could have done more, because Jungle Boy was he seems like a brat, honestly, and he seems like a freaking know-it-all. You know what I mean? It's like, bitch, why would you use real glass? Why would you use real? Are you dumb? Anyway, on a personal level, but on a professional level and on a business level, CM Punk was wrong. He should have never put his hands on Jack. And all the reports are saying that he's the one that put his hands on Jack Perry first. He should never put his hands on Jack Perry. At the end of the day, you just came back from this media scrum situation, and I know that's like almost a year ago, or it was a year ago, but still, we're coming off of that. Come on now. You need to keep CM Punk genuinely needs to start keeping his hands to himself, and he needs to stop. And I get it when it comes to like being confrontational and that sort of thing. But CM Punk, it seems like lately he is stepping up to like almost everybody that got something, like even a little, it could be the littlest things. People won't even put an at on it. That's the thing with me. If you're gonna say something to me, you got to put an at on it. So, say my name, and then we can get into it. But sometimes these people don't be saying names, and some people can interpret Jack Perry's real glass, Crimea River quote for not just for CM Punk, but for Tony Schiavone and for management and Tony Khan. So weren't they supposed to also take offense to it and wait for Jungle Boy backstage and get it crack-a-lacking? No. You keep it professional. You bring him to a room, bring him to a meeting. This is what we got to do. But CM Punk needs to stop stepping up to people and wanting to fight. He needs to stop. He needs to keep his hands to himself. You know what I mean? Because now, while yes, Jungle Boy was wrong, but people are going to be like, well, CM Punk was also wrong, and even more wrong because he put his hands on the guy first. You know what I mean? So they're going to say that he started it because you should never put your hands on nobody. Okay? Listen, at the end of the day, I've always been indifferent about CM Punk and what he has done in this business. I've always been indifferent. I was never like a stan, like, oh my God, like super, like, because I feel like CM Punk is like, we've seen it before, we had it. So I was like, I felt like there's nothing revolutionary about him. But at the same time, I'm like, I get it. I get why fans love him so much. So I'm always indifferent about Punk. But in this situation, on a personal level, I do think that he was right. So for smacking Jungle Boy off his, you know, I wish he could have smacked him. I wish he could have really put the beats on him. But on a business level, he was wrong. He was dead wrong. And now both him and Jack Perry are suspended. Now, I don't know if he's going to come back. I think he is going to come back. At this point, I think that CM Punk wants to go through this contract and he's going to be done with AEW. I do not see him coming back to this tired ass company. I don't see him come back to wrestling after this, honestly. I think that, he's going to wait it out to when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, of the WWE Hall of Fame or something. I don't know. I don't know if he even takes that seriously. It depends. You know what I mean? But yeah, I genuinely don't, and I said it in the first, you guys go watch the part one, the part one video I just put up about the roast of Jack Perry and Tony Khan. I said in that video, I don't understand why these Tony Schiavone and management are going to CM Punk to talk to these wrestlers as if CM Punk is a locker room leader. CM Punk is not a locker room leader. I get it, he's a veteran and stuff like that, but he's not the leader of these people. If the leader is lowering himself to fight his constituents, to fight his citizens, to fight his locker room, then that's not a leader. That is not a leader. He is no Undertaker. Okay? Last time I checked, Undertaker wasn't putting hands on the men in the locker room. Last time I checked, when he was an active wrestler, I never heard stories about Undertaker putting the beats on other wrestlers, the way CM Punk is. Okay? So management, Tony Khan, Tony Giovanni, all those people, they need to stop looking at CM Punk as if he is a locker room leader, because he is not. He's just one of the boys like them. And on top of that, he's not even an EVP. First of all, I don't even think none of the wrestlers, the elite, like I said before, the elite, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, all of them, Heyman, none of them should be EVPs. At the end of the day, they're active wrestlers. Active wrestlers should not even have a freaking management position. The fuck you mean active wrestler is an EVP? But then again, I gotta blame Tony Khan for that. At the end of the day, CM Punk is not a locker room leader. I do think that they do need a real locker room leader that's not going to, you know what I'm saying, put his hands on his guys. But CM Punk is not that. Yes, he's veteran. Yes, he's been in this game. And I also think that he looks like Jack Perry as that, like, man, because, CM Punk, obviously, Harley Race has mentored him before and that sort of thing. So he's looked at, other wrestlers have mentored CM Punk. So when he sees someone like a Jack Perry who's not taking a veteran's advice and warning him, and Jack Perry's just like, oh, but I can do whatever I want to do. He sees that as disrespectful. And I get that, but that doesn't mean you have the right to beat him up or to put your hands on him. At the end of the day, like I said, this falls on Tony Khan, but Tony Khan is a mark. He is a mark for CM Punk. He is a mark for his company. Like I said, and I said it towards the end of the part one video, I truly believe that Tony Khan should step down as a boss. I'm not saying, like, don't still be a part of AEW, but I think he needs to have someone in place that's gonna, like, really be an authoritative figure, because Tony Khan clearly cannot do it. Because he's way too pussy. Like, he can't step up to nobody. He can't pull his guys into a meeting and hash things out and let's get this money. He's too much of a mark for the business. Way too much of a mark for the business. He's too much of a fanboy for me. Okay? And he's just wasting billions of dollars on these guys. And these guys continue to look at Tony Khan piss and shit in his face and spit on his face. So at this point, I just feel like Tony Khan needs to step down as the CEO of AEW. Put someone there in place who can who puts their freaking foot down and is like, I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. Either y'all hash it out in a storyline for the fans to see, or y'all did this shit right now. Because if y'all don't, I'm expiring all y'all contracts and y'all can get the fuck up out of my company. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I'm not dealing with this high school shit. So personally for me, I just feel like Tony Khan is just Tony Khan. Jungle Boy, you deserve whatever you get. You really tried that. You're really trying it. And honestly, Jungle Boy seems like the type to pop off in the mouth and get an attitude. It's like, and I've been hearing little things about Jungle Boy, him doing shit like that, but now it's really, like, the fact that, when I was reading, like, the fact that people kept on advising him, telling, it's like, there's only so much that we can say to you. It's like, it's like some of these wrestlers, they want to talk your tongue out of your mouth. When they say things are dangerous, you need to think about your physical health. But this, come on, I'm going to go through real glass. I'm going to continue going, okay, get sliced and diced and see what's going to happen. As far as for CM Punk, y'all know I'm indifferent about him. I do think that CM Punk, I think at this point, for CM Punk's own mental well-being, he also probably needs to leave AEW as well. Like, he needs a break from this. Like, he needs to do whatever else makes him happy, because the wrestling thing is clearly not making this guy happy at all. Because he's ready to pop, lock it, drop it, and ready to fight at any moment. You know what I mean? But here's the thing that I would say though. I don't know what is up with these AEW guys. If y'all don't know how to fight, listen, I get it. It's wrestling but listen, there are those wrestlers. The wrestlers are our wrestlers, the ones that we grew up with. The Stone Colds, all these other people. Yes, there were wrestlers. You know, wrestling is premeditated and all that. But some of these guys also knew how to fight. Okay? They knew how to fight. I don't know what it is about these newer day wrestlers, these AEW guys. It's like they got no hands. If y'all don't learn something, y'all trying to go through the glass, y'all trying to hit each other with hammers and stuff. But when it comes to a real life fight, y'all don't know what to do. Y'all are running around with your, like, chickens with their head cut off. Just weak. Physically. Weak. Y'all need to get Joshua together. Y'all need to know how to fight in real life too. Not just about doing a fake fight. Y'all need to real fight too. Learn how to real fight. Y'all can't be popping off at the mouth. But Jungle Boy, you can't be popping off at the mouth without you learning how to fight. It is no shade. CM Punk don't know how to fight either, but CM Punk at least. I'm sorry. CM Punk don't know how to fight either, but it's just like, at least he has he took a few trainee stuff at the UFC, so he knows a little bit of something. But CM Punk can't fight either. We all saw his UFC run. But goddamn, CM Punk is legit punking y'all. No pun intended. And y'all don't know how to handle yourselves. Anyway, y'all, that is just my rant on that. Tomorrow I'm gonna have Bollywood video up because I need some happy news. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Let's get up to 600 subscribers. I love y'all all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.